Do you feel stuck, constantly delaying important tasks? You're not alone. Procrastination is something we all face, but ancient Stoic philosophy holds timeless advice to help us break free. In this video, I'll show you 3 powerful Stoic principles and practical tips to overcome procrastination and regain control of your life. Let's dive in. Why do we procrastinate? We procrastinate for many reasons: fear of failure, feeling overwhelmed, or simply not knowing where to start. But the Stoics believed procrastination is a mindset issue. It's not the task that's the problem, it's how we think about it. Stoic principles to beat procrastination. Principle 1. Focus on what you can control. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Instead of worrying about how hard or long a task is, focus on what's in your power, taking the first small step. Principle 2. Start small. Seneca taught, divide every difficulty into as many parts as possible. Overwhelming tasks become manageable when broken down. For example, instead of thinking, write a report, start with draft a title or write one sentence. Small wins build momentum. Principle 3. Be present. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, confine yourself to the present moment. Don't let fears about the future paralyze you. Focus on doing your best in this moment and let go of everything else. Practical tips to start today. Procrastination is a challenge we all face at some point. It keeps us stuck, makes simple tasks feel monumental, and leaves us feeling unaccomplished. But what if I told you that with just a few practical changes inspired by timeless wisdom, you can overcome procrastination and get back on track? Let me share 3 simple but powerful strategies to beat procrastination and find your focus. Tip 1. The 10-minute rule. Let's start with something incredibly simple yet effective. The 10-minute rule. Here's how it works. When you face a task that feels overwhelming, promise yourself to work on it for just 10 minutes. Set a timer and commit to starting. No more, no less. The trick here is that getting started is often the hardest part. For example, imagine you've been procrastinating on writing a report. Instead of dreading the entire process, say to yourself, I'll just draft the first sentence or outline my ideas for 10 minutes. Once you begin, you'll often find that momentum kicks in, and you may end up working much longer. This method works for almost anything: studying for exams, tidying up your room, or even exercising. You don't need to climb the entire mountain in one go. Just take the first step. And if you want to stop after 10 minutes, you can, but most of the time, you won't want to. Tip 2. Write it down. The second tip is all about freeing your mind from clutter. Write it down. Procrastination often happens when we feel overwhelmed by everything we think we need to do. Our minds can hold only so much information at once, and trying to juggle it all mentally can paralyze us. Here's what you can do. Start every day by writing down your tasks. It doesn't have to be perfect or neatly organized. Just get everything out of your head and onto paper or into a digital to-do list. For instance, you might jot down, send that email, schedule a meeting, pick up groceries. Once your list is ready, prioritize the most important task and tackle it first. Writing things down gives you clarity and helps you take action. But don't stop there. Writing isn't just for tasks. It's also a way to process your thoughts. If you're feeling anxious or stuck, journaling can help. Write about why you're procrastinating or what's holding you back. Often, the act of writing reveals solutions you couldn't see before. Think of it this way. A cluttered mind is like a messy desk. It's hard to find what you need, but once you tidy it up, everything becomes clear. Tip 3. One thing at a time. The third and final tip is a game changer. Focus on one thing at a time. Multitasking might seem like a skill, but in reality, It's the enemy of focus and productivity. When you try to do multiple things at once, answer emails, work on a report, and listen to a podcast, you're constantly switching your attention. This not only slows you down, but also increases the likelihood of mistakes. Instead, give your full attention to just one task. Let's say you're writing a report. For the next 25 minutes, focus solely on that. Don't check your phone. Don't reply to emails. Just write. This method is part of the famous Pomodoro technique, which breaks work into focused intervals with short breaks in between. Once you complete one task, celebrate it. Even crossing a small item off your to-do list can build confidence and momentum. And remember, progress is about consistent, focused effort, not trying to do everything at once. By committing to one thing at a time, you'll notice a significant improvement in both the quality of your work and your overall sense of accomplishment. So let's recap. First, use the 10-minute rule to trick your brain into starting. Second, write down your tasks and thoughts to clear mental clutter. And third, focus on one thing at a time to build momentum. Procrastination doesn't have to control your life. With these simple tips and a little discipline, you can overcome it and achieve your goals one small step at a time. Remember, progress is more important than perfection. Start today. Your future self will thank you. Procrastination is not a life sentence. By applying these Stoic principles, you can train your mind to take action, no matter how daunting the task. Remember, the key is progress, not perfection. If you found this video helpful, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more timeless wisdom.